Welcome students to E-Pathashala. I am Geeta Suresh. I will be talking about the postural discomforts, postural variations and its effects on the human being. And before talking about this, I would just like to tell that I was an interior designer myself and I was teaching on this postural concepts to my students. And most of the time my students used to ask me, "Are you really kidding, ma'am? Is it that the way we are really not sitting proper?" I always tell them, just after you go home, have you told your mom that you have a back pain? You are not sitting? They said, yes, of course we used to tell that. Yeah, that's what your postural variations or the posture, how you sit, how you take up yourself into a different activity. Your brother or a sister or your uncle would have come back from a software company and say, oh my God, today my body is paining, or my legs are, my hands are, shoulders are paining. You could know what is that? It could be because of the postural or the lighting or the way how he is going to work with his system. So these are the concepts which we are going to study this entire module, and at the end of the module, as a student, if you are able to understand what are the right postures and what is a bad posture, how to eliminate the bad posture, I think the course becomes a more successful module. The objectives of this course, where a student is expected to understand the different work postures and the discomforts created, to understand the right postures for working, to equip the students about postural variations and its impact on health conditions. Introduction to posture. You all be wondering, what is a posture? Posture is nothing but how the way you sit, the way you're going to bend, the way you're going to look at another person. The mechanical parameters in postures are related to various positions of the body parts and its alignment. A definition of a type of posture denotes a characteristic combination of the parameters considered. Such posture typologies generally relate to specific professions and are characteristic to them. When we look at it, we are going to discuss the entire posture basically related for the design. Let's try to understand the basics of postures, its influence on the health and discomfort, and postural variations which would lead to better movement. What is a posture? Posture is a word which you are going to repeatedly hear this entire module. Posture is not a position but a dynamic pattern of reflexes, habits, and adaptive responses to anything that resists being more or less upright and functional. Just an example for that, such as the gravity, awkward working conditions which may be unavoidable, abnormal anatomy, athletic challenges. A good posture is an attitude which is assumed by our body parts to maintain stability and balance with minimum effort and least strain during supportive and non-supportive positions. A good posture is probably dynamic and emphasizing a change in the moment. Keeping the body active, frequently changing our postures, and experimenting with diverse ways of moving through are probably good responses to the uncertainties of posture. Let's understand the posture by its meaning and the definition. Posture is a static state, a position of the body or an attitude. This is as per the dictionary, and as per Boobath, posture is arrested movement. So the terminology itself or the meaning gives you an understanding, or it's self-explanatory. In a human body, the bones hold up, the joints link the bones, the muscles move the bones around the joints, and our nerves facilitate control to the whole. What is the definition of a posture? The position or carriage of the body in standing or sitting, often specific with respect to the proper alignment of our back, shoulders, head. Such a position assumed as in posing for an artist, the way things stand. Condition with respect to circumstances. The delicate posture of a foreign affairs and attitude of mind. Frame of mind and attitude assumed merely for an effect, an official stand or position as are taken by a nation on a major issue. I know that the definition is little very elaborate. Let's understand that with the simple types of postures and its functioning. Static postures or static loading. The terminology says static always refer to physical exertion in which the same posture or position is held throughout the activities. These types of exteriors or activities put increased loads or forces on the muscles and tendons, which contributes to fatigue and discomfort. The static load exertion occurs in human because not moving impedes the flow of blood that is needed to bring nutrients to the muscles and to carry away the waste products of muscle metabolism. Examples of the static postures are gripping the tools that cannot be put down, holding the arms out, up to perform tasks, standing in one place for a prolonged period. The effects of postural changes in the body from doing tasks that require long reaches are exacerbated where the reaches must be maintained for more than a very few seconds. Holding the extreme postures places very high static loads on the human body, results in early fatigue. The blood flow that is needed for tissue recovery and muscular effort to do the task is also affected due to the lack of motion or the static posture. When a person stands or sits longer or more of a static motion, the risk of injury is higher, and it happens due to overuse of muscles, joints and other tissues. As the title says, the static posture is when you are at a same position without the movement, and if there is any awkward position, that is going to create a problem to your body. The dynamic posture. Dynamic posture is the other form of posture where it simply denotes the position of the body at the moment of an action or movement pattern. In other terms, dynamic posture means it is essentially a snapshot of the body movement, whereas when the snapshot is always the same as the person is in static position is the static posture. Neutral posture is when the body posture is in the neutral position, meaning the joints are not bent and the spine is aligned to the body position and not twisted. Working in neutral postures is preferable to maintain a perfect good posture. Awkward posture also refers to the positions of the body awkwardly, as the term denotes. The positioning of the body deviates significantly from the neutral position while performing any work. In the awkward position, muscles operate less efficiently and more force must be expended to do the task effortlessly. Easy or a correct posture. It's a neutral one, symmetrical and balanced position. Slump or fatigue. It's a asymmetrical or a sagging posture. You could see in most of the terminologies itself are self-explanatory. The rigid posture, also known as posture of attention, it's a habitual positioning that causes unnecessary strain on the body. The effect of the postures. Human posture is a position of the body while performing various activities. As we know by now, the more some joint deviates from the neutral or the natural position, the greater the risk of injury. As you know, your body should have a straight spine. If your body is not going to position apart, or if it's going to be completely deviated by its position, you're going to give the risk of injury. Posture issues are created by varied work methods like bending and twisting to pick up a box or bending the wrist to assemble a part. The workplace dimensions also creates the postural issues like the extended reach to obtain a part from a bin at a higher location, kneeling in the storage bay of an aeroplane because of the confined space while handling luggage. Common specific postures that have been associated with the injury are the wrist, your flexion, your ulnar or the radial deviation when you are bending, the shoulders, the abduction or the flexion, the upper arm position to the outside or the above shoulder level, hands at or above shoulder height, your neck, the cervical spine, the most important, flexion extension or bending the neck forward and to the back. Side bending as when holding a telephone receiver on the shoulder, low back, bending at the waist in a twisting form. Okay, we have just spoken about the different styles of the postures or the irregular postures. Let's understand what's a posture or a good posture. A good posture helps a muscle in the body to be relaxed and less loaded. Maintaining good posture has its value in our body functions and systems. The effects of good posture are that it improves respiratory and circulatory efficiency, prevents body from unnecessary strain, stress and fatigue. That's very important. It also decreases the diseases caused by the bad posture, which ultimately helps to improve the mental and psychological state of mind. Poor posture. When the joints, muscles and nerves are not aligned in neutral or map alignment, results in poor posture. What could be the causes for this poor posture? A classic example of this poor posture, which most of us do, is sitting arms together with the knees tucked sharply under the chair. We never realize that it hurts the kneecaps, and lack of awareness of our postures result in map alignment, or in other words, the awkward or the poor posture. Why are we humans prone to poor posture? There are two sides to this, physical and mental. Physically, we follow our forefathers' lifestyle of bending and plucking or hunting in search of food, which we no longer do what we evolved to do. The other one is our body, which is not emphatically designed to spend the day sitting, staring fixedly at a computer screen or a mobile phone, or the modern terminology known as a couch potato, or in a car seat staring at the road ahead, or for any other activities of our modern life that are so far from our origins. What are the physical risks of poor posture? Poor posture contributes to the formation of knots in tired muscles. Trigger points seem to be closely associated with a wide variety of other common problems. In ordinary conditions, many aches and pains suffered by humans, especially low back pain, could result in reduced efficiency and economic productivity and an even greater unmeasurable of cost to quality of life. Mentally, we have unnatural pressures that bear on us all the time, and today's life is complicated by sheer variety and duration of circumstances and information that affect us. Thus, a person with stress from job, work pressure and lifestyle living with pure nutrition tend to have a worn-out demeanor with a posture like a round shoulders and a curved spine, etc. What are the emotional risks of a poor posture? Poor posture can get us into an emotional rut. It's a comfort zone problem. We all know that posture is shaped by mood and all kinds of other social emotional factors. Posture might create and reinforce emotional states. If posture can influence emotions, it could also change the pain sensitivity. Emotions, posture and pain sensitivity probably do all the influence each other to some degree. Most self-limiting behaviors have both the postural effects and its causes. Postural strain could be due to carrying a heavy backpack slung over one shoulder, and we think it is a circumstance that makes it difficult to be comfortable or to maintain as a good posture. Same way, typing instantly as in postural strain. It's not a bad habit, it's something that some of us have to do, and it's a challenge to our bodies. What are the basics? How to do, what not to do? You could look from the images above, and let's go into the next concept, the postural variations. What do you understand by postural variations? It's nothing but all essential movements of the body positions by avoiding a fixed working posture. The variations could be achieved through different norms. First norm could be the workflow. Always rotate between several types of work tasks as frequently as possible. Plan and break up repetitive of tasks with other tasks, that is, use different muscle group, do paperwork, brainstorm, schedule meetings, or pick up a mail in between the periods of sitting in front of computer work. Set time limits for certain tasks, that is, schedule phone calls after 1 hour of sending mails, move between dedicated work zones with adequate space to support different work tasks. Make sure to walk from minor jobs like place your printer or a coffee machine farthest from the desk, the way where you're going to work. This way, you are not sitting in a static posture, giving your body the more dynamic. So, same way, place filling the cabinets and waste recycling bins far away, so you need to get up to use these. Set reminders over your phone to take compulsory breaks while working on projects and deadlines. Postural breaks. What are they? Move or stretch for few seconds every hour and use a timer as a reminder. Do simple relaxing exercises. Keep alternating your positions. Take a quick moment, break to stimulate or settle your thoughts. To improve the circulation, keep rolling your shoulders, fidget and move your feet and ankles. Drink more water to stay hydrated throughout the day and always walk and go to get water. Keep changing your position and posture often for your comfort to offset the fatigue. Keep away your phone, computers during work breaks and use the break for enjoyable activities. Always know your limits and keep a tab on your habits. What are the remedial actions you could work for this posture discomfort? Just understand and question yourself what you could do it. Understand that you can take control. Listen to your body. Take action. What do you mean by understand you can take control? Always understand your body mechanics, your workplace and your environment. Listen to the body. Just listen to your body, what your body is saying. Whether you're feeling discomfort, are you not comfortable in working, you need a break from your activity. Just listen what your body says. Mentally, we have unnatural pressures that bear on us all the time, and today's life is complicated by sheer variety and duration of circumstances and information that affect us. Thus, a person with stress from job, work pressure and lifestyle living with pure nutrition tend to have a worn-out demeanor with a posture like a round shoulders and a curved spine, etc. It's always necessary in ergonomics the work on you first, that is the subject or the human interface with the environment. If a subject complains of the postural discomfort, it could be of many reasons. First, look at the individual needs, take action, then work on the overall environment. Few suggestions for the postural discomfort and remedy for pain. Imagery. Imagine that a straight line passing through your body from ceiling to floor vertically, and think that a string or a cord is attached to your body from top to bottom. Try to hold your pelvis level without swaying the lower back and resist the urge to stand on tiptoe. These imagery pictures help you to keep up your posture and avoid the pain on a longer run. Should squeeze. Same way, try to sit up straight in a chair with your hands resting on your thighs and do simple exercises like squeezing your shoulder blades together and repeat them. Upper body stretch. Stand facing a corner with your arms raised, hands flat against the walls, elbows at shoulder height. Place one foot ahead of the other. Bend your forward knee. Exhale as you keep leaning your body toward the corner. Keep your back straight, your chest up. You should feel nice and stretch across your chest. Across chest stretch. How do you do this? Raise your right arm to shoulder level in front of you and bend the arm at elbow, keeping the forearm parallel to the floor. Grasp the right elbow with your left and gently pull it across the chest so that you feel your stretch in the upper arm and shoulder on the right side. Hold for 20 seconds, relax both arms, repeat the other side. When you're going to repeat it, you could see the discomfort being released. To understand the discomfort, the postural assessment could be done and the evaluation of each individual will resolve the discomfort and pain. The sample postural assessment tool is given. Now, as we have gone through the entire module, you have been studied about the definitions of the postures, you have studied about what is a good posture, what is a bad posture, how it affects in the ergonomics, how it affects in the designing part of an individual. There, now you would have been able to understand that as a designer, yes, posture is more important, how the posture interferes in every day's working condition, or not only at the working condition, even at your bed. After you go home, if you are not lying down in a right posture, when you get up in the morning, you would have felt still that fatigue or a tiredness that you have not slept properly. That could have been one reason that your posture was not a perfect. So this is what the course aims or attempts, that every individual should look into the postures, the postural variations, how that could be altered in the entire design concepts. Hope you would have understood. If there is any doubts, you yourself could experience your different postures, sit in a chair for more than 20 minutes and then feel, are you having any complaints? Yes, that complaint is the posture incomfortability. So make sure that you're always sitting in the right posture. Have a good time. Let's meet in the next module.